Hi everybody, I'm back from Toylanta 2026 and I'm bringing you a look at the Harbinger Studios Savage Crucible Toylanta 2026 exclusive Naraka the Undying. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valaverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, before we get started, I just want to give a special shout out to this backdrop. Check this thing out. I'm super happy to finally get this thing squared away. I finally found the perfect material that suits what I need for recording. I got some acoustic soundboards back here that I got off of Amazon. This nice large felt mat, so little nicks and dings in the foam core won't be showing up in reviews. It bothers me. It probably doesn't bother anybody else. But anyway, hope you guys appreciate this background because I certainly do, and I think it's going to add a lot to the channel. So anyway, enough about the freaking background. Let's get into this thing. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Check out this beautiful purple and blue artwork tint to the artwork that goes on the cover here. We see there on the side we have Naraka the Undying, same thing there, Savage Crucible there. Got a little bit of cross sale of some of their earlier release figures all the way back to Nashorn, which is really cool that they included Nashorn because this is a palette swap of mostly Nashorn's armor. So here we have a look at the figure. I did get a chance to open this guy up and check him out on the way home because I wasn't driving. So that's why he's already unclipped. But there, if you want to go ahead and pause and read his bio, you certainly can. It's really, really cool. But let's get this guy opened up, and I can't wait to show you what blind bag weapon I got because I'm really happy about it. All right, starting off with the little blind bag items, I did want to show these off. I did not get a relic, which would be like a necklace or some sort of jewel thing. I got the little the gold bar and the coins and all that stuff. But I'm actually very happy when I get these, honestly. I've gotten a few of them now because I actually really love the world building. I like being able to use these in dios or photographs or whatever. So I think they're pretty cool. I need a treasure chest to hold them all. Maybe I'll try to find a 3D printed one somewhere. But I did want to show, I knew I was going to be getting a big weapon because I got the big envelope. They have a smaller little baggie that goes to about right here for smaller weapons. But look at this. I got the big honking sword. Look at this thing. It's crazy. My buddy Omar pulled one of these at ZoloCon, and I got to see it and take some pictures with some of my figures. When he got it, everybody at our table, we were sitting down eating dinner that night, and he got this, and he passed it around the table, and everybody was taking pictures of their figure, whatever they brought with them to dinner. And this thing is just wicked. This is going to go in so many photo shoots. You can see the blade is completely just eat up and bent and damaged, and just it has so much detail to it. It has this really cool hilt with this skull on it, and I don't believe that it is blacklight reactive. No, it just kind of has a purpley tint. I think it's just reflecting the light, because a lot of the stuff that we're getting now with the new figures from Savage Crucible are blacklight reactive. So let's take a look at everything he comes with. He does come with this pretty cool wicked mask that covers half of his face. If you read his bio, you would know that as his clan or his group was murdering a village. A witch was in that village, and she took a crystal and she cursed it and she shoved it into his eye, and it corroded his face, and then it has attached itself to his lineage. And so every time somebody in his lineage dies, the crystal chooses a new bearer. Here we have the Nashorn head with the helmet, and these are, you can turn these twisties, remove them completely, replace them with other parts and pieces. I do not know if this is, oh yeah, you can see the eyes in there glowing with the blacklight reactive paint, so that is pretty dope. I do like this colorway of the Nashorn helmet. I think it's pretty dope. He does come with a couple of extra sets of hands here. He has 2 gripping hands with vertical hinges on him in the package. He has 2 gripping hands here on horizontal hinges, and then he has 2 gesturing hands that I believe every single solitary action figure ought to come with. And he does come with 2 wicked swords. Now, we've seen this design of sword before in the earlier waves, but it was all one painted, like standard. This is like a translucent blue. I really dig like ice weapons. I think they're pretty dope. This glows pretty well, and you can see here that it is translucent. It glows pretty well in hand, in person. I don't know if my camera's picking that up very well, but then he also comes with this other very wicked sword that's kind of like flame. It's got like the skull design here on it, and that looks really cool. Again, it's this translucent red material with these golden accents, and let's see, yeah, it glows. That's pretty wild. That is really, really nice, that effect. So I'm really digging it. All right, so let's turn our attention to Naraka himself. Okay, so taking a closer look at the figure here, like I said, he is mostly Nashorn's armor with like a new belt and a new sheath piece here, which I think is pretty neat. I love this new head. It is so diabolical. I'm going to turn the lights off here in a minute, and I just want to zoom in on him just a little bit so you can see a little bit of that detail, and you can see that armor. I've heard somebody say that this is kind of like a Skeletor color armor, or like battle armor Skeletor. I see it. I see that, and I dig it. I think it's nice. I like the little hits of brown mixed in with the purple and silver. I think that's really nice. I've always liked the sculpt of this, but I didn't really like the colorway too much on Nashorn, but I do like the sculpt. I think the sculpt is really cool, and then seeing it in this purple colorway is really nice. And then you have that purple, silver, and then brown motif pulled all the way down here. I really dig the sandals. I think it's really cool. And then, of course, this like gradient of red to like almost a dark brown or black. And then I really want to show off this this sheath that he has, because this is really cool. I thought this was the same thing. I thought we got something like this like with Jaeger, but maybe I was wrong. But because I thought he had something that you could like put his bolts in. No, maybe I'm just misremembering. But this looks like a brand new piece that we've never seen before. This sheath, it looks like you can hold, either one of the larger swords right there in there. If you read his bio, then you know a little bit of his backstory, but there's no mention of the swords that he has. So I hope we get some reveals for that, maybe in their comic or something. This is a separate piece here. It plugs in to the port on his left side and into the port on his right side, so it's very stationary, and it has lots of little ports that you can put. I mean, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ports, and if you pulled this off, you'd have 9 ports, and then 10. So 10, you'd have one right there to plug all kinds of nice little goodies and everything. And then let me turn off one of my lights here, and then I'll show you how his head is blacklight reactive. If you can see there, if I pull it back a little bit, you can see like the green glows. It kind of looks blue on my camera, but in hand it is a bright neon green. So I apologize for the color shift. Also his eye, so that his eye glows as well. It's just so freaking sweet and diabolical, and it just looks really, really cool. Let me get his foot back on here on the base, and then pop his head off, and then I wanted to show you guys what he looks like with the Nashorn helmet, and he looks pretty wicked. I think that looks really, really dope. And then the gradient here is that dark blackish brown to red, which is mimicking this right here. I think I might have preferred this be purple, but maybe that would have been too much purple. But I do like it when they carry a color throughout. So with this helmet on, you get the red here, the red here, the red here, the red here, and the little pop of red here and here. And I like how it kind of hits all the way down, which is really, really nice. I can't wait to see, like, with this light blue skin tone, like what other colors of armor, like what other armor we have that would look nice on here. But yeah, this guy is pretty wicked. So I first got a chance to see Naraka at ZoloCon, so that was just a month ago. We didn't have to wait long before it being revealed at the table and then it being available at the very next show that I believe that Savage Crucible went to. So I didn't see anything on the table this time that they were teasing for their next show, but knowing the guys and gals over at Harbinger Studios, they've already got something cooking, and we're going to be getting a tease soon. They should be having an in-stock sale sometime this summer where you're going to be able to get your hands on Brynjar Vale, which was the Lynx, that was the ZoloCon exclusive, this guy, and then whatever else is released next. If you haven't had a chance to get out and catch them at a show, definitely do so. You can pick up all of these figures. They did something new this time, which was a reserve thing where you could go online and reserve a ticket for one of these guys, and then that also meant you could pick up one more at the show. That way that if you they would basically service the people who had pre-orders first, and then if you just walked up to the table, of course you could buy one because they already had all their numbers set aside for the people who had pre-ordered. I think that's a great way to go about it, to make sure that fans, real fans, are getting their hands on these figures, as opposed to just scalpers that are just going to turn around and then sell them online for double the price, which, do what you got to do. But, I'm glad that Savage Crucible is doing something to make sure that the fans get these in their hands first. So thank you guys for doing that. This figure is rad. We've had 2 shows within 1 month of one another, 5 weeks of one another thereabout, and then 2 banger exclusives. And I know they've got some more goodies cooked up for us this year. They're also shipping Elric next. That's getting ready to come out. They've got some other figures coming soon. It's going to be a great year for Savage Crucible if you're a fan of their figures. So let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this guy? What do you think of the blacklight reflective paint? Is that something you dig? Does that add any value to your figure or no? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Be sure to check out our podcast called Across the Toyverse, wherever you download podcasts, and be sure to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.